Hey skincare nerds, welcome back. So niacinamide is a superstar ingredient, and the Ordinary's 10% niacinamide plus 1% zinc is one of their most popular products. But is it causing you to break out? I've seen a lot of comments about it causing your skin to purge after a few days. So what's really going on? So before we get into it, if you want to learn more about what's actually in your skincare products and how to build a great routine, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell because it really does help. Okay, so let's just jump into this issue. So niacinamide, that holy grail ingredient that everyone raves about and says is totally non-irritating, can cause breakouts? Are they lying to us? Well, no. It does do some incredible things for your skin. So niacinamide is an active form of vitamin B3, and not only can it do some incredible things for your skin, it's actually one of those ingredients that also has a ton of research backing up those claims. So it's an antioxidant. It can fade hyperpigmentation if you have acne scarring. It can decrease redness and blotchiness. It can improve your skin barrier function. And it can also reduce fine lines and wrinkles if aging is something you're worried about. It also shrinks pores and smooths out texture. And yes, that's totally possible. Niacinamide can reduce sebum production. Pores look larger when they're trapped with sebum and dead skin cells. So with less oil, they look a little bit less stretched out, and so the skin looks smoother. And to add to all of that, it's also really stable to formulate with, and it's not acidic, so it really shouldn't be irritating. But you probably know all of that already. It sounds like a superstar ingredient. So what's going on then? Well, if your skin is breaking out after using it, two things can be happening. Either your skin is purging or your skin is just having a bad reaction to it. Let's talk about each one. So what exactly is purging? Your skin can basically purge anytime you start using a new product with actives in it. This might sound familiar. You just got a new product, you're super excited to try it, you put it on, and the next day you wake up with breakouts all over your face. So usually this will happen with a product like an exfoliant, so that's AHAs, BHAs, or retinol, because they exfoliate off the top layer of your skin, revealing the newer skin that's underneath and increasing your cell turnover so it can bring the clogs that are deep down in your pores up to the surface faster. When your skin is purging, it's not causing any new issues, it's just bringing up the clogs from deep within your pores that were there already. Don't worry, if your skin is purging over the next few days, your breakouts will get better and your skin will clear up as your skin gets used to that product. It's basically getting rid of all that gunk that was clogged deep down in your pores. It sucks, but it's totally temporary, and if you stick with it, then you'll end up getting all of those benefits from that product. But now you're probably wondering, how can you even tell that it's purging and it's not something else like a regular breakout? So here's how you can tell. First, look at where it's actually happening on your face. Is the breakout happening where you would normally break out? If so, it's probably purging, but if it's in a new area of your skin where you normally don't break out, then it's probably you having a bad reaction. So sometimes the product you're using can be irritating your skin for a different reason, like clogging your pores, which can lead to acne, or triggering an allergic reaction, which can lead to irritation. Another way you can tell is to pay attention to how long it lasts for. If it clears up in 6 weeks, that's purging. Purging doesn't last forever. You should be getting fewer and fewer breakouts, and your skin should be clear in about 6 weeks. If you're worried about having to deal with the purging for 6 weeks, I will definitely be sharing some tips later on in the video to help you manage it. Okay, so the last way you can tell if it's purging or not is by just seeing what it looks like. So a skin purge will usually look like small, red, and tender bumps that are usually also accompanied with some whiteheads and blackheads as well. But that can also really be easily confused with rosacea, which can look like small red pimples. because adding a new product into your routine can also cause that to flare up. You can usually tell if it's rosacea or not because rosacea usually affects the center of your face. I'll put up a photo so you can see right here. Okay, so now you know how to tell the difference if it's purging, a breakout, or maybe even rosacea. I wanted to share how I add products into my routine to prevent purging and breakouts and to make it easier to manage if it does happen. I do that by not adding too many of them too quickly. How I like to think about it is like adding a toner, an essence, an exfoliator, hyaluronic acid serum, niacinamide serum, all at the same time. It's kind of like studying for an exam while you're moving and getting into a new relationship all at the same time. Your skin is gonna be way more stressed than it can even handle, and that's gonna cause your skin to freak out. In addition to adding a new product slowly into my routine, another thing I really like to do is to patch test. So all you have to do is apply it to a small area of your face where you would normally get breakouts, or if you're feeling a little bit more brave, you can apply it to one side of your face. That way you can really easily tell if you're getting a breakout or if you're purging, because if you're purging, it will go away, and if you're breaking out, well, it's only gonna be on a small part of your face, so it's not as big of a deal. It's also more generally a better way to introduce a new serum into your routine if you tend to get breakouts. So if you've done the patch test and your breakout is not going away, sorry, it's time to stop using that product because it's not gonna get any better. And to help you manage that breakout, something I always do when I get a bad reaction is to strip down the amount of products I'm using and cut back to the basics, to the products that I know won't sensitize me. So I'll use a really simple gentle cleanser like this CeraVe one, and then follow up with the CeraVe AM and PM moisturizers, and I'll throw in a sunscreen in there as well. So that's a really simple 4-product day and night routine that you can follow. It's not exactly gonna give me that dolphin skin look, but I know it won't cause me to break out more, and it can help my skin recover. As for that serum that caused you to break out, you don't have to feel bad about it. You can always give it to a friend and it might work out really well for them. Okay, so if it turns out it's not the breakout and your skin's actually purging, let's talk about that. So first, let's make sure that it's actually the serum that's causing the problem. Remember that purging usually happens with an exfoliant because it speeds up your cell turnover rates. So are you 100% sure you didn't add any new salicylic acids or retinols to your routine? Even if you think you're not using any exfoliators, double check, because exfoliators are hiding in a lot of products. So check your cleanser. Are there any enzymes in there? Are you using a scrub? Check your moisturizer labels. And if you're using a toner, it could be hiding in there too. So let's run through the list of ingredients that you're actually looking for. You can take a screenshot so you have something to refer back to later. So the list includes hydroxy acids, that's AHAs, BHAs, and PHAs, as well as fruit acids, retinoids, vitamin C, exfoliating scrubs and peels, enzyme treatments, and cleansing brushes. Okay, so now we've talked about the purging versus breakouts, and we've determined that it's not any of your other products. Let's finally talk about the Ordinary's niacinamide serum. So the Ordinary serum has 10% niacinamide and 1% zinc PCA, and the other 89% is mostly water. And this Ordinary serum can definitely cause some issues. Let's talk about why. So first, I've heard a lot of people say that niacinamide isn't an active ingredient, and I just wanted to clear that up. An active ingredient is just an ingredient that targets a specific concern, so niacinamide is definitely an active ingredient. And that's the truth. Don't come for me, Reddit. So I think what they mean to say is that niacinamide is not an exfoliant, but they might also be wrong on that too. There was a study done in 2005, and I'm just gonna quote directly from the study. So it says, "It is theorized that niacinamide may improve the texture of skin by speeding up epidermal turnover, hence functioning as a mild exfoliant." So there you have it. If that theory is correct, then niacinamide can definitely cause some purging if it's functioning as a mild exfoliant. So the second thing you should know is that most of the clinical studies about the benefits of niacinamide without the irritation got results for niacinamide concentrations between 2 to 5%. But of course, the Ordinary's has a much higher concentration at 10%. So obviously that 10% concentration is much higher than the 2 to 5% that's been shown to be effective without irritation. So that could potentially be an issue as well. So you could try a niacinamide product with a lower concentration. If hyperpigmentation from acne scarring is an issue, I'd really recommend the Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner. So it's got 3% niacinamide, which is in the 2 to 5% range that's been studied, and it's got a 10% vitamin C derivative and 0.1% beta-arbutin as well. So it's got a really nice mix of ingredients that can help you fade discoloration. Plus, it's really well priced at just $14. Okay, but back to the Ordinary formulation. Another thing that you can be thinking is it the zinc that's causing the problem? It's probably not the zinc. Zinc has been shown to really help with breakouts actually. It balances out the skin's microbiome, keeping the bacteria in check. It's also an anti-inflammatory, so it should reduce acne-related redness. And it also controls oil production. So it actually really should be much more beneficial. And even though researchers don't fully understand all of the steps for how zinc is having these effects, I really don't think that zinc PCA is causing the purging issue. The last potential issue with the Ordinary's niacinamide serum is that it could be the preservatives in the formulation or the overall formulation in general. So if the Ordinary one doesn't work for you and you still want to stick to a 10% concentration of niacinamide, you can try the Good Molecules Niacinamide Serum, which is 10% niacinamide and it's only $6. Plus, if you're getting a reaction from this, maybe it is the high concentration of niacinamide and you can go down to the 3% if that's the case. Okay, so we went through a lot this week and we talked about how you can patch test to make sure you can tell the difference between the two. If it's a breakout, you gotta switch to a simple routine. So cleanse, moisturize, and sunscreen with simple, gentle products. And you gotta get rid of the Ordinary's niacinamide serum. Sorry. But if your skin is actually purging, first check to make sure that it actually is the Ordinary's niacinamide serum that's causing the problem and not any of your other products. If your skin is actually purging, you don't have to give up on niacinamide. Stick with it because it will get better. Your skin will start to clear up, especially after 6 weeks. But if it is an issue for you, you can always try a lower concentration of niacinamide, and especially if hyperpigmentation is something that you're worried about, then you can try the Good Molecules Niacinamide Toner at 3% niacinamide. Or you can try something with a different formulation like the Good Molecules Niacinamide Serum, which also has 10% niacinamide in it, but a different overall formulation. Okay, so the last thing I will say is don't feel bad if you see that everyone absolutely loves this product and it just doesn't work for you, like if you're getting breakouts from it. If it doesn't work, that's totally fine. We're all different. We have very different skin. Not every product is going to work for everyone. So don't worry, you will find a product that will work for you, especially if you subscribe to my channel. So go on, give your girl a like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more informative skincare videos like this one. And I'll see you next week.